The line between myth and reality isn't always so clear. Many mythological creatures from the past are actually still extremely relevant today, not in a literal sense, because when things get literal, they become stupid. No, of course I don't believe in a teeny tiny bearded man living here with me. I'm talking about the deeper layers of the myths. Why does the myth even exist? So let's talk about being alive. Being alive generally comes with a degree of uncertainty towards things like, I don't know, the randomness of the living world. So what I think is that myths were a way of making sense of the unknown aspects of being alive and in relationship with a given piece of land. Because as we all know, mythological creatures are most often tied to a specific location. In Sweden and Scandinavia, we have the Gårdstomte, who was said to protect the animals and the soil and your tools, provided that he was respected with an offering. That is, even when you cannot see or understand the recipient of the offering, it is preferable to keep the unknown in mind and to offer something as opposed to ignoring the unknown completely. We also have the Huldra, the Lady of the Forest. She would welcome and help those who entered the forest in a respectful manner, and she would punish those who acted in a disruptive way. What this means is don't make a ruckus, be mindful in the forest. I mean, there are countless examples of mythological creatures like these, and what many of them have in common is that when invisible systems are nourished, the land is more likely to stay healthy, but when these systems are ignored, things start falling apart. What I keep thinking is that myths didn't just survive randomly, but because they worked. They worked as models for relating to the unknown at a given location. They turned complex ecological relationships into choices that people could act on. I mean, this is way more than just folklore. It's an expression for ecological literacy, remembering to mind the invisible and unexplainable, even when we don't understand every mechanism at work. And even today, we still don't understand or control the systems that we rely on, which I think means that things that we cannot achieve through control, we can instead approach by building relationships with the mythological creatures that were born from the land where we live. I mean, this is anything but superstition. It's a way of actively participating in systems that are too complex to manage, but downright dangerous to ignore.